Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Jono Carroll. Jono, first, before we talk about all this, congratulations on the birth of your wee boy.
Yeah, my man, thank you, I appreciate it a lot, yeah.
No worries, man. Listen, he's going to grow up to be a fighter like his dad, is he?
Yeah, but he was 10 weeks premature. So he already started his little battle in life. But he's strong, he's passed every single test. Every single medical that they've given him, he's just getting stronger and stronger every day. So the next 3 weeks, he should be out of hospital, so I'm looking forward to taking him home.
Okay, well, we're in Miami. I had a nightmare of a trip last night, held in the detention centre for 4 hours, but we won't go into that. But you've had a nightmare as well, because the fight with you and Andy Cesares, I hope I said his name right, it's been called off now. I heard a little bit about last night that you used to go into it in a little sort of gathering at the hotel. Just explain to me about what happened last night.
No, I don't know. Like, he came in off his flight and one of his little friends had a camera behind him as they were walking over. So I was like, oh, here we go. This little muppet's going to say something smart. So my dad used to always say to me when I was younger, if you ever see an altercation or something's going to happen, make sure you're the first one. I was like, all right. So when he had his camera in his hand, I was like, this little idiot's going to say something. So I just jumped to the gun first and I was like, you got lucky, mate. And I just started. I don't even know how it started, but it just blew up real quick. And then one thing led to another. We started going at it a little bit. He started talking rubbish. He's a pure American loser. Like, the way he went on, I was just like, I thought he was Triple H or something, like doing all this stuff. Like, I was just like looking at him like, who are you, mate? Like, cop onto yourself. So I just started slagging him as normally I do.
And what was being said?
I was just like, you little American loser, you were definitely a bully victim. And I was saying to him, I was like, I'm going to punch your head in. And but then he started saying, you were saying you're a level above me, weren't you? And I was like, yeah, because I am. You've never fought anyone at my level. So yeah, it just started getting a little bit heated. And he was like, who did you fight? I was like, I fought Tevin Farmer. He was like, where's Tevin Farmer now? I was like, yeah, but he was a world champion when I fought him. I was like, and he only lost it in his last fight. I was like, so what are you talking about? I went, yeah, but he just had nothing to say. And then he tried to walk off. So then I ended up following him. I was like, answer the question, who did you fight? And he didn't answer it. He was trying to walk off. So I was like, who did you fight? And I put my head on him a little bit. And he just bottled though. I just seen he was like happy to step back and take a little half step back. And I was like, me, I'm fight ready. So I don't care if someone else is at that pulling out from a bleeding some cobra or whatever. I'm ready, you know what I mean? So for me, if I'm at the making weight, I'm fight week. This is not like this happened 3 weeks ago. I'm ready for fight. I'm in that mode, you know what I mean? I've already flicked that switch. So when I seen him, my adrenaline was just pumping. When I kind of put it on him a little bit, he backed away, and I just found that strange. You know what I mean? I was like, psh, someone had to put that on me, man. We're going at it. I don't care about promotion. I don't care about getting paid. I don't punch your head in and you put your head on me. So I don't know. Straight away, I just kind of felt like he didn't have that heart that I have. He's different heart to me. So I don't know. I feel like I already have him figured out.
Well, obviously, Peter Khan said there that it was going to be fight of the night. He thinks it was going to be fight of the night, but it's postponed till August 14th. For your mindset, though, I mean, you're fight ready now. How do you reset and recharge and do it again for go back into camp for another 4 or 5 weeks and get back out here? How do you reset your mind?
So, the day after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas, I went to Ireland for the holiday. And I was training twice a day. Every single day since Christmas, I've been training twice a day. I had my last fight, an undefeated guy, beat him in like 6 rounds or 5 rounds or whatever. And 2 weeks after, no, I went away 2 days after that. I went away a little family holiday and I was training 3 days later. You know what I mean? So like, I was training 2-3 days after my last fight, twice a day as well. So for me, it's like, there is no going back into camp or out of camp. I've wrote goals down that I want to accomplish, and the next 4 years I'm just giving boxing 100%, everything. So regardless whether this fight is happening now or not, well, it is happening, but I mean, it's not about getting in and out of camp for me. I just want to be training twice a day, every single day, for the next 4 years, and I want to hit the goals that I've set myself. And the only way of doing that is being 100% committed and 100% dedicated. Like last night, the fight may get called off, but it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was out jogging here last night. There is no in and out camp for me. It's the next 4 years is boxing is getting my full 100% commitment, and that's it. So I don't care about when I'm in and out of camp and all that stuff. I'm just dedicated now, you know. Same way Floyd Mayweather was being. I was thinking when I was out on that run last night, I was like, I'm not getting blown up and down in weight anymore. Like, my weight is always spot on now. Like, since Christmas I've been on it, and before Christmas I've been on it, you know. So it was a blessing in disguise. The Maxi Hughes fight, I learned a lot from that fight, because I blew up in weight and then I had to cut, and then I didn't even go down to a feather. I stayed up a little bit heavy to fight him. It was a blessing in disguise, because now I'm at that figuring out what I want in life. I'm not taking anything for granted anymore. For the positions that I was in, I just want to be in them positions again. I want to be fighting for world titles. I want to be at the top of my game. So for me, it's not about being in and out of camp. I don't care. I'm just going to stay committed for the next 4 years, and then I'm walking away from the sport and I'm done. Regardless what I achieve in the next 4 years, I know I'll hit my goals regardless. But regardless what I do in the next 4 years, I'm walking away from the sport. Simple as that.
So you've got the 4 years in your head now. I know I've spoken to you on numerous occasions, Jono, and you've always said I'm going to be world champion. This fight was for the WBC International title and stuff like that. We know it's a ranking belt, but it's still a title to go around your waist. It's an achievement. It's one to show your kids when you're older. But the WBC route, you went the IBF route, you fought to Informer. Is this the route you're going to take and head for that WBC world title?
Yes, this is what I would love, to be honest. I don't like really counter punchers. It's always, even as the amateurs, I just never like chasing the fight because I'm a good counter puncher myself. We've seen that when I fought the likes of Scott Quigg. When I take my time and I'm patient in there, which we have 10-12 rounds, but I don't like fights to be a boring fight, so I like it to be action packed a little bit, and sometimes I come forward. But when I need to be smart, it's when you get the best out of me. Like the night I fought Scott Quigg, I need to be smart because he's a fighter. Same Oscar Valdez is a good fighter, so I need to be smart against somebody like him. So my main goal is to win this WBC silver, get in that ranking, and I gave my IBF belt. I didn't give, but I dedicated that belt to my daughter. Now my little warrior of a son is born. I want to give him that silver. And when I win that fucking world title, that's for everybody. That's for me, the family. That's my legacy. Like, this is my family's legacy. I'm fighting for more than just me. I want to secure my family for our future and financially be secure. And the only way of doing that is by winning world titles and getting that world title money. You know what I mean? So for me, I want that WBC belt. I'm coming for Oscar Valdez. People might think, oh, he's crazy or he's whatever. He lost to this person, he lost to that person. But boxing, it's all about styles and what makes fights. And I just believe me and Oscar Valdez, that's going to be a serious fight, a great competition. Both of us like to fight. Both of us can be smart when we want to be. And I just think it'll be a serious scrap, you know what I mean? And something that I will be well up for, because his style, I think, suits me perfect down to the ground. So yeah, that's exactly the route that I want to go.
Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring. I mean, it's not an easy division, Jono. It's a tough old division if you want to get up there and fight the best. Like we've seen Carl Frampton against Jamel Herring and stuff like that, how good he is. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's a tough old division for you to go and achieve your dreams. Dumb question, but are you ready for it? Are you itching to get these big names, these big fights? Dumb question, I know, but I know the type of fighter you are. But like I said, it's a tough old division. It's
not even a dumb question, because I'm sure loads of people are asking those type of questions, and or maybe just talking to their friends about them questions and wouldn't ask the fighter. But for me, I just find I only get the best out of myself when I'm fighting the best. Like I even in sparring, I stoop to people's levels. I don't know whether it was because I used to do things as amateur, like in my dad's amateur club, I used to spar the kids, and I used to go easy on the kids. I used to spar Lynn Harvey, like I used to spar Katie Taylor and that. So I used to be in there with the girls, I used to be in there with the boys, and I'd always go at people's level, because I'm not a bully, that way in the ring. So but when I'm like, not intimidated, but when I know I'm up against a test, it's the only time you get the best out of me. So me as a fighter, I don't want to fight people that I'm not interested in, I don't really want to. The only reason I love boxing is because it gives me the mad adrenaline rush that nothing else gives me. Like, it's a crazy thing, and I don't like speaking about it too much, but like reverting back to like when my mum passed away, everything else in the world just felt numb. No one else was giving me the excitement. Not the way like people go on holidays and they're like, oh, I'm so excited to go on holidays. I'm like, yeah, it is, well, it's just a holiday, like, you know what I mean? I'm travelling the world all the time. I love to see a new place, but I don't get excited about things. There's not much I get excited about in life. But fighting gives me that adrenaline. Fighting gives me that, like, you're living. You know what I mean? Because you're going in there not knowing what's going to happen. Like, regardless whether it's a good fighter or a bad fighter or whatever, you can get clipped with an 8-ounce glove. Anything can happen there. But the same, you can clip him with that 8-ounce glove. Anything can happen. So it's a very, like, exciting time to just do that ring walk. There's something beautiful about testing yourself, number one. And there's something beautiful about walking into the unknown and overcoming your fears. It's not a fear, but overcoming the adrenaline, overcoming the rush that you get, and then still going in there and doing your job. There's such a beautiful feeling about that. I don't know what it is. So for me, fighting the very best out there gives me that adrenaline, gives me that test. Because in life, if you're not testing yourself, if you're in your comfort zone, that's where dreams die, you know what I mean? I don't want to be ever in my comfort zone in boxing. because I believe you're never getting the best out of yourself. So when your career finishes, like what I've said earlier, I only have 4 years to accomplish what I want to accomplish. If I don't test myself, I'm not going to, number one, accomplish them things, and then I'm not going to answer the questions, how good could I really be? Like, if I had took that fight, or I've never said no to a fight. I've always said yeah to a fight, even when it's fucking 2 weights above. Like, I've prize fighter, I won at lightweight. Like, I always just take fights. I don't really care who I fight, when I fight. I'm just like, I just love that buzz of feeling alive and that adrenaline buzz. So for me, it's like, it's not about, oh, this fighter's good and that fighter's, yeah, we're all good. We all fucking dedicate our life to this sport. It is what it is. I don't care about anyone being good. All I want to do in this sport is test myself to the very max, and the only way to do that is fight the very best. See what you're capable of. Shit, you don't know what you're capable of unless you go and do it. And then mentally, I'm very strong. So mentally, I feel I can overcome anything mentally. And if your mind is in the right place, your body this is just a vessel holding fucking your spirit. Like, my spirit is strong, best fucking believe that. So my spirit, I truly believe that I can do whatever I want to do in life. I'm doing this mad breathing technique now. I'm up to 4.5 minutes. I done 4.5 minutes last night holding my breath. Like, I remember when I started this, it was like 3 minutes was a killer for me. But now my spirit is like, you can do that easy. So I'm telling myself, once I set goals, I'm just smashing my goals out of the park at the minute. So once my spirit tells my little human body that I can do it, anything is possible. My mind is the most powerful thing, you know what I mean? And people don't realise that. But when you get to the place that I'm at right now in my life, the whole world is just a game. That's the way I believe it. It's like how you want to play this game.
Jono, you've actually got me wanting to lace the gloves up again after that little speech, man. I want one more fight now, man. Anyone you can speak to get me a YouTube fight or something?
I'm sure there's lots of people over here in America that get that sorted for you. It's crazy, all these YouTube fighters. Mate, I heard last night, I don't know whether it's a rumor or not, but I heard that there was these YouTubers against the TikTokers, and they made more pay-per-views than Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. It's just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Well, I know you're flying home tonight, which is pretty gutting. You were meant to fight this Saturday, but the fight is rescheduled for August 14th. You are going to go back into camp. You say you train twice a day anyway, but what can we expect from you against Andy on August 14th?
You can just expect the best version of me. I believe every fight that you're going to see from me now is going to be me improving. If I'm not improving, then I'm staying still, then I'm going to walk away from the sport earlier than 4 years. If I'm not always improving, then what's the point? I just want to test myself. I want to be the best version of myself, and I guarantee I'm going to be at my best. I think I've added a lot of good stuff to my game this time. I'm going to be a different fighter. I'm going to be smarter, and I'm going to have better foot movement, head movement. I'm better. I'm just a better fighter, all around better fighter. Because right now we're not concentrating on losing weight anymore. Because my weight is always good now because I train all the time and I'm so dedicated. I'm eating all the right foods. So because we're not worried about just losing weight, it's not about just training, fatiguing ourselves and just like getting down on the weight. It's about learning in the gym now. So now I have the time to actually learn and develop and carve my skills to what I want them to be. So it's all about getting those better skills from me now. So I think every single fight you're going to see a better version of me every single time.
Jono, safe flight home, my man. Hopefully I'll be back out here August 14th and I can be here and interview you fight ready. Not going home ready, but fight ready. Jono, as always.
I'm actually dying to go home because even though it's sad that the fight is not happening, I always look at the positives. I'm getting to go home, see my baby early. I'm getting to go home, see my daughter early. My family is happy and healthy. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters in life. People take these boxing shit too serious. This is just a job at the end of the day. Family is all that matters. So I'm getting to go home, spend some quality time with my family, and that's all that matters in this life.
Jono, well said. Go and enjoy your young family, spend more time with them, and safe flight home, my man.
I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jono. Thank you.